welcome back to another video. It's your favorite bestie duo. In today's video, I'm going to be going over things that STRIDEWAY should add for the Christmas/winter update. And before I get into it, I just want to mention that I have my braces on, so now I sound a little bit weird, and that's kind of the main reason why I haven't made a long video in such a long time, so don't mind if I have a little bit of a list, but anyways, let's get right into it. I'm going to be starting out with a few things that you guys have decided that you think STRIDEWAY should add. So a long time ago, or really not a long time ago, but a bit ago, I posted a video saying, what do you think STRIDEWAY should add into a winter/Christmas update? And I got so many comments, like 150 or something like that comments about things that you think STRIDEWAY should add back. So we're going to start in with some of those comments. The first thing somebody said was limited edition horses and ragdoll button, and I totally agree with those limited edition horses, almost like the Halloween update. I think it was super cool to have some like maybe reindeer horses, elf horses, almost like the MSC, like Christmassy horses, if you know what I'm talking about, and also the ragdoll button. I don't know if STRIDEWAY's ever going to add that back. I feel like they might eventually, but it might have been just causing some bugs or something, or you know, maybe they're trying to fix it when you ragdoll off your horse doesn't start doing weird gaits or something like that. So maybe they'll try and like fix that, and that's why it's not back yet. This has to be one of my favorite comments, and it says a little carriage that is attachable to the horses, and I think that would literally be the cutest thing ever. The reason I am making this video so early is that way STRIDEWAY can maybe get some ideas and, you know, incorporate them into their new update that they're probably coming out with. I bet you they're working on it right now because, you know, they want to come out with it on time and everything. So I'm just giving them some more ideas, and I'm doing it early because don't you think that would be the cutest thing to have such a little horse carriage, and you can put your ponies or like your Shetlands in it, and they can go like trotting around in a little carriage? I think that would literally be the cutest thing ever. The next one, which was a very popular one, then again, was Ragdoll, and also the fjords. I don't know when STRIDEWAY's going to add the fjords. I bet they're still working on a model and everything for that, and it's probably going to take a while. As you all know, it's a very hard game to make. STRIDEWAY is very complex and everything, so they're probably going to add the fjords back soon, hopefully, at least before the game comes out free, because I'm pretty sure somebody told me that it might be coming out free by the end of this month, and hopefully, you know, for some of you guys, that might be a good thing, for others, that might be bad, but then again, I think the fjords coming back also would be a super fun touch for the new winter/Christmas update. This is another one of my favorite comments, and it says an advent calendar for horse accessories that you can only get by logging in, and you get a special accessory if you get every day at the end of like DTI last year, or almost like Adopt Me, how if you log in every day of the month, it gets you like a special accessory or something like that. And that ties into some of the other comments that I will be displaying in this video, and I think that would be like, oh my gosh, I can only like imagine it. If there's like a little advent calendar standing where like, what's his name, George or something was, I don't even remember that guy's name from the Halloween update, but if it's standing right next or like in that general area and it has like 25 days on it or something like that, and you have to open each day when you log into STRIDEWAY every single day, I think that might be one of the best ideas ever. And then if you log in, let's just say you get like a Santa hat or something, which then ties into the next comment, for which this comment says, limited horses, a Santa hat ear bonnet, limited jumping course, find the candy canes quest. And I'll go over a couple of those other things, but then again, like a Santa hat ear bonnet, and you can put that on like on your horse as an accessory for an ear bonnet. And then again, I also think a limited edition jumping course would probably come out almost like the Halloween one a year ago or something. Whoa, it was already a year ago. That sounds insane. And I do think that that candy cane quest would also be a very nice addition to the update. I think any quest really, like maybe a find the candy canes. I was thinking in my personal head, I was like, what if they had like a wrap the Christmas present thing, and you had to like wrap a present or something like that in a certain amount of time to get a certain amount of coins, and then again you can buy the limited edition horses, like Christmas horses. I really liked how they like did that in the Halloween update this year. I think that was so nice, although I didn't get any of the horses myself because I barely had any time since I was at the horse show, and you know, the update went away so soon, which obviously was a little bit sad, but you know, STRIDEWAY had to do it because it took a little while. But anyways, I didn't get any of the special ones besides the ones I already had. And let's go into the next comment. Adding on to the jump course ideas, somebody said a new Grinch themed jumping course, which I think that would be really nice. I think they should do a couple different Christmas ones if they're able to, obviously, or maybe like build your own Christmas like jump sets, because as we all know in STRIDEWAY, they added the new like building jump course thingy. And what if they had like different Christmas like limited edition jumps that you could build around and make your own Christmas or like winter themed setup on like a jump course? That would be so nice. This next comment I found to be very creative. It says, another place where you can do different Christmas themed things like Christmas arena or snow or ice skating for horses, or presents you can get by doing something, like you can get a dog or anything for horses or something like that. And I think that would be so funny to have like a horse ice skating thing. I can almost imagine that as like a mini game where you put your horse on like ice skates and try to like go around or do like collect all the stars or something, because it like lights up. Or if you know, they like take one of the like special arenas or something and they make it like pure ice, and or maybe even the lake, I don't know, something like that, and you have to do it where your horse like goes on ice skates and you ride it around into the different stars, but you know it's obviously icy, so you go like sideways and things. That would be so funny. That would be a really nice mini game. It could be like collect as many stars or presents as you can in a certain amount of time while your horse is on ice skates. That might be like a really good idea, low-key. I think STRIDEWAY should be taking notes. If you can, let's try and get STRIDEWAY to see this video, or like Frappy or something. Anybody who's related to the STRIDEWAY development. Here are some ideas for limited edition horses. We got a gingerbread horse and a snow horse and a snowflake horse, something like that. I was thinking like an Appaloosa with like a blanket, like, you know, a blanket Appaloosa or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what certain people call it, but it's the one that looks like it has snow on their back. I'm pretty sure they already has that as a marking, but that could be like a special limited edition horse, and there could be like snowflakes on it or something like that. That would be very, very nice. Another horse idea we have is a reindeer horse. That again is the same thing in MSC. They do have one of those. Maybe they could like somehow get that into STRIDEWAY. You know, that would be very nice. I feel like so many of these comments had such great ideas. I couldn't go through all of them. Obviously, I went through and read all of them, but I couldn't end up screenshotting all of them. So I just did my favorites, or the first few that I saw that I thought were unique or anything like that. Because a lot of them were very repetitive, like ragdoll button, things like that. Or, you know, different types of horses, Santa hats, I don't know, anything like that. This was a breed that somebody said they should add, which was Welsh ponies, and honestly, I think that's another really cute idea. I remember a long time ago, we made a list of breeds that STRIDEWAY should add, and I don't know if they ever saw that or anything like that, or if anybody, I can't talk. Or if anybody really saw that, but I feel like we added Welsh ponies on there, and I think that would definitely be something cute they should add. We are now nearing the end of some of the comments. This one says lunging and the ragdoll button, and maybe more different personalities like before the big update. And I think the personality one would definitely be something bigger. I think the main reason they haven't added it yet is because that's really hard to do. You know, making personalities is a very hard thing to do. And I think they wanted to change up some of it because, you know, it was a little awkward at first, but it was definitely a really good feature. So maybe they'll add it back in the future. I know right now they have like the normal one and then like a Western one. I don't think they have any others. I might check then after this video is made. But those are some of the other ones, and then they said lunging back. I'm pretty sure lunging was taken away because it had so many bugs, but they might add it back soon. Now this comment says maybe limited horse jumping course and stuff, and then decorations to the stalls, which then again, something very big, not very big actually, but decorations to the stalls is probably something they'll add because I feel like they added it for like everything. They added decorations into the barn for the Halloween update, so I think they might add some winter or Christmas themed decorations into the barn somehow, or maybe they could make it so you can add it to your stall, like a wreath or something on your stall. I think that would be very cute also, so maybe that's a really good idea. Honestly, I didn't really think about that. But if you had like a wreath on your stall, or even one of the accessories that I was already talking about a long time ago with the Santa hat, you could have like a wreath that goes around your horse's neck, almost like the neck rope. That would be so amazing. I actually really want that now. I have so many visions in my head. So that was it for all of the comments that I took ideas from. I might go back and maybe find some more and say something about that, you know, in a different post or anything like that. But now I'm going to go over some of my ideas, and I'm just going to do this very quickly. So the first idea I had, which I already said, was maybe freezing the lake to make it almost like how it is in MSC right now, and freezing the river or the thing in the XC course, and maybe adding it so you can't really go onto the frozen XC course. And another thing I had, or if you like don't want to make it so they can't go into the XC course, like in that little lake area, was snowshoes, because I'm pretty sure certain horses get snowshoes like in real life, and I think that would be so nice to add, because obviously STRIDEWAY already has the horseshoes, so if they made it like snowshoes where you can equip those into your horse, and then they can like, you know, walk, trot, canter onto like the snowy areas and things like that. And then if they don't have the snowshoes equipped, they could be like, you know, sliding around, tripping, anything like that nature, you know. I think that would be a very nice idea. It'd probably be hard to program everything like that, so obviously that's a very big point thingy, my bobby. I really cannot talk right now, but all of my other ideas were probably already stated in this video, like the Christmas wrapping mini game, so I'm not going to really go over all of those again because it was already stated. But anyways, that is really it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any more ideas that wasn't already said or you haven't commented on that video, make sure to comment them below and I'll be sure to check them out. And hopefully this video gets forwarded to the STRIDEWAY developing team and maybe they can see it and take some ideas for their winter/Christmas update. And I'm just so excited to see how it comes out then. Obviously this is a bit early for Christmas/winter, but they got to start early so that way this update comes out really nice. And thank you guys so much for watching again. I'll be sure to see you in the next one. So bye everyone.